Yo, welcome. Okay, welcome back. Another one of these, going back to back from the Lakers discussion video to this. And there's quite a bit of news to go over. CM Punk, Dan Bryan, done deal. Talked about that. Cool. But there's been some updates involving AEW, some shit that WWE's, Vince McMahon said, and a bunch of other shit that's like, oh my god. So I guess let's go over it, and I guess we'll start off with something that's not as crazy. Kind of like, oh, that's cool. And that's that Kurt Angle was actually offered a deal to come into AEW and wrestle. And he's flattered, obviously, but he's not considering it because he's just too beat up physically to even compete at that level, which thank God he declined it because, yeah, man, this dude, as much as I'll joke about Perk Angle, right, and how fucking great that run of his is, man, it is sad, obviously, to witness this, right, outside of the lulls, right, because that, again, this man was doing some crazy shit, like, for the amount of prowess and skill and athleticism that he was showing in WWE, right? Especially as a wrestling machine. My favorite Kurt Angle version of his. The dude was doing a lot of crazier shit as a member of TNA. Which is like what most of that Perk Angle video is even composed of. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I guess we could find it, but yeah. So, like, I listen to his podcast, and how do I put it? I'm always listening, and I'm like, oh man, there is a lot of like, you know, how do I put it? He struggles, is what I'm gonna say, because yeah, man, he's been beat up. He's gone through a lot of shit. This dude has put his body through so much just for his, not his own, well, maybe his own entertainment as well, but like our entertainment, that it's like, oh man, I'm glad he's still able to communicate and everything, but sometimes he does get kind of lost, and it's like, oh, this is kind of sad. So, for as much as I would have loved to see Angle wrestle more, right, and kind of more free, I am like, yeah, man, it's probably for the best that he's not back. I wonder what people have to say, actually. Thank the first thing, thank God. I want to remain healthy, stay financially comfortable, live sober and long. Yep, I feel that. Yeah, bro. Respect to Kurt for not taking the easy money, to barely even phone it in. Yeah. Shocking they still offered him a wrestling position, though, because of his physical condition isn't a secret. It was probably a contract pending clearing a physical, like what happened with Nigel McGuinness. Okay. Well, yeah, man. Next up, apparently Domino's is super mad. So, if you didn't see last week's episode of AEW, I didn't either, but just because I'm doing my whole backlog of trying to catch up. But I did see that Jericho was fucked up. Basically, a pizza cutter was used on, I think it was on Jericho, yeah. And Domino's apparently super fucking mad that they're threatening to actually pull ads from it, which is like, I get it, but I'm also like, come on, man. Why are you doing this? Actually, if I'm them, I would be like, yo, bro, Papa John's, right? Shaq was on there, right? Fucking January, right? I think a little bit of December, right? Hey, man, Shaq, want to give us that Papa John's deal? Let's do it, bro. That's crazy that Domino's really had to come out and be like, hey, we ain't cool with this, bro. How dare you? Come on, man. We here at Domino's would like to assure customers that our pizza cutters have never been used to slice open, Chris Jericho said. In fact, we're 99% sure. Okay. Oh, shit. Mike Cardona, on the other hand, we paid GCW to cut that motherfucker blade. All right. Calm the fuck down, bro. I'm on the side with that, by the way, that I think Mike Cardona as a troll. He's doing great shit, man. I'm happy to see Mr. Woo 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 doing so well, man. Motherfuckers really got mad at this dude for being the champ. Hey, bro, that shit was beautiful to see. Damn. That's the kind of reaction you fucking want to have, man. Up next. Excuse me. Up next. Wow. My voice broke because this is just some wild shit. So, apparently, from Fightful Wrestling, Adam Page is no longer wrestling Kenny Omega's... he's no longer Kenny Omega's planned opponent for All Out. Which... I'm mixed about. If this is true, obviously. Because it's Fightful, so I kind of trust it. This story has been building since fucking day one on the motherfucking show. Well, not day one, but, you know, the early days of AEW's airing. So, I am kind of like, why? Like, you could fucking... I would make the argument it's the perfect time to do it, right? It's such a long, overarching story finally coming into fruition now at, like, Adam Page's peak happiness, right? I think, I mean, this is obvious because they're going to want to do something with Kenny and probably Punk, or Kenny and Daniel Bryan, both of which are going to lose if they do wrestle Kenny. Not that they have to win their first fucking match like that, or their first title match like that, no. So if the mindset is, okay, have them come in like 1 or 2 months, do a whole story with Kenny or whatever, give it 3 or 4 months if you want to find, so they both get like 2 months each of a build. Cool. Well, it is sad that that Hangman has to wait a little bit more to become a champion and finish this chapter, right? Of their story between, obviously, Omega and him. I don't know, man. I get it because it is Punk, right? So you want to take... Like, why would you not want to be in that top spotlight? But then, like... I don't know. Because you could have also had Hangman and CM Punk. Although, no, because Hangman's face, so that really work like that. I mean, I think... I guess, yeah, having Omega... versus Punk and Bryan, who are both going to come in face, obviously, because, I mean, who the fuck's going to boo them? Yeah, okay, I guess that makes more sense, now that I'm actually thinking about it. What are other people saying? Let's upload this. I'm sad. Okay, sad Cowboys, that's the best one. Though I will say, after watching Hangman's entrance with Dark Order, it really seems like Hangman vs. Kenny deserves the biggest arena and event possible. I agree with that. Have Hangman deal with failure. Have him feud with some other credible guys. Miro, Punk, Bryan. Oh, okay. That's fire. I fuck with that. I fuck with that, actually. Or even have... Okay, interesting. Have him take the TNT belt. I can see that. Up next, reporter from Sean Rass. Again, Fightful. Vince McMahon on AEW. I'm not sure. This is some wild shit. I'm not sure where their investments are when it comes to their talent. Perhaps you can give them some more. And on paper, you could be like, that's a fucking burn. Bro, if I was a fucking wrestler with Vince, I'd be worried about my job security, dog. You just go joke about firing motherfuckers? That's some wild shit to hear. It makes you wonder how that locker room's kind of reacting to hearing all this. Maybe some of them are like, whatever. It's just him fucking around. Because this seems like a Vince thing to say, right? But it's like, I don't know, man. I'd be pretty fucking pissed if my boss was joking about firing more people, especially after record-breaking profits and shit. That's just wild as fuck. AEW can have some talent sometimes as a treat. Okay. Anything else? Right. Vince has never really watched an episode of AEW, but he just knows Henry and Rhodes and Jericho and Big Show went to it. Which, yeah, probably. He probably has no idea what the fuck it is. Which, I mean, yeah, no shit. And we had two... I'm just going to be showing two people that reacted to that. Maria Kanellis, Miss Bennett. Super upset. Wow, to think of humans as pawns in a chessboard, that must be one of the most elitist things I've heard in a while. I could never think of mothers, children's, fathers, people in that way. People are people. Playing with people's lives is cruel. Yeah, that. Through me to call. Yeah. Incoming release. Mega. Oh shit. I wouldn't be comfortable with my job security if my boss made a comment like that. Yup. There's been several talents recently ever raised from said they've all spent last year more with anxiety and pressure of thinking their job could be gone at any moment. Fuck. Anything else I'm missing out here? It's been nearly 150 years since the critique of capitalism entered mainstream attention, and yet people are still surprised capitalists behave this way. Wrestling needs a union. It's not good that the project has been reduced to a buzzer for newly released wrestlers. Yeah, that does suck. And then Carl Anderson also says some shit. The amount of unhappy texts I get from people there, well, the whole professional wrestling world is waiting for you. Impact, AEW, New Japan. I'm going to talk about it on this podcast. What are the reactions? Okay, cool. I'm moving on. Yeah, it is kind of weird. Again, it just goes to show, man. Like, yeah, it's not a crazy thing to think people are like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? I wonder if it's like NXT talent or like people that are just recently been on the WWE main roster. Because obviously when you hear like Seth or like other wrestlers who are established try to defend or not even understand people's worries or criticisms of the WWE product and the people that run it, aka Vince. Because it's like y'all are in a completely different point of view. You guys are in the higher echelon, and I would say not respect. Well, I mean respected, but protected when it comes to anything as far as like punishments or fear of losing your position. Because it's like, yeah, dog, y'all are multi-world champions. Like they have trust in you guys. The other people that aren't established, it's kind of hard for them to really take a stand on shit. Because it's like, for any fucking reason, they could just, we got nothing for you. Let's just release them during profits. It's tough. And then lastly, there's I didn't realize this was going on. Apparently there's been talks about Brock Lesnar joining up AEW and Braun Strowman, but I don't see that happening. Don't get me wrong. While I understand Brock coming in would be huge, first of all, hold up. Let's actually talk about this. The rumors of him coming to AEW, that there is nothing to them at all in this moment. This is coming from is this the Wrestling Observer? I don't think so. Hold up. Is it? Yeah, it is Wrestling Observer. My bad. Tony Khan has never even had a visit discussion with Lesnar, and all those close to Lesnar said that the stories of Lesnar secretly signing with AEW were 100% inaccurate. The full article says, regarding Brock Lesnar, rumors of him coming here, there's nothing to them at this moment. I never want to say nothing because nobody can predict the future, but Tony Khan has never even had a business discussion with him, blah, blah, blah. Unlike with CM Punk and Bryan Danielson, the cost to get Lesnar this would make no economic sense. Plus, that's one Vince McMahon would likely equally because of the plans for Reigns and Lesnar at Mania match over the next few years. I guess was that a typo? I think he's trying to say that Vince wouldn't let Lesnar walk like that. He'd probably throw so much fucking money at Lesnar to just keep him there. Which, yeah, obviously, because that's Lesnar. That's one of your guys that he's had respect and trust with for fucking 2 decades, more than that. So yeah, there's no way he's just gonna let him walk. Also, if like AEW gets a full time, I don't see Lesnar doing it full time. Fuck no. Who, unlike Punk and Danielson, is something of a real sports name. Okay. Look, man, see, Punk had a bunch of UFC matches, fights. Yeah, he lost, but you know, he's confirmed an MMA guy now. You know. But he's not signed a deal with anybody. Not WWE, not UFC, not Bellator, not Triller, anybody. He has also not been in negotiations with WWE because of the idea. It's not smart timing for what is likely a Mania in 2022 through 2024 to make a deal now when the competition is likely only to raise his value and the money he can get when they want him and when he wants to come back for the maximum interest. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, I guess Lesnar just kind of chilling, doing whatever he wants with his new haircut. What do people gotta say? There were Brock Lesnar rumors, LOL. Yeah, you see, like, I didn't hear that at all. Like, I'm over here trying to figure out, like, wait, that was a rumor going around? That's kind of weird. Then I saw people making videos like, oh, dude, if they can get Braun or Lesnar. How about AJ Lee? Well, she probably wouldn't. She probably absolutely would not come back to wrestling. But that's a name you could bring in. You don't have to go after a Lesnar or Braun, especially if you're AEW. Like, you have a lot of talent that you can do a lot with. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are green, but that's why you have Rampage starting like next week, right? Or today? What the fuck is that? It doesn't matter. Yeah, so fucking like you're gonna have places for everybody to kind of be in their own area. Like with Brock, what am I gonna have him do? Okay, wrestle Lance, wrestle Will Hobbs. To what, lose? No, there's no way. Fucking Big Show and Mark Henry in a triple threat match? No, that's not gonna happen, man. Yeah, well, you know, and then like you just have this. You have this whole thing with Impact. You could be doing stuff with, which they have, right? The New Japan is getting a little bit more spicy, right? There's a lot that's there. You don't have to go for like the Lesnars and the Strowmans of the world. I don't know. Maybe not now is what I would say. Like, it's not the right time. I think there's just too much available for them to not sign them is actually probably a good thing, right? Especially if you're going to have Punk and Brian. Fucking have fun with what the two huge superstars that you just signed. Have fun with that. Do that for like a year. Then revisit this if you really want to. Be like, all right, do we want to sign anybody? Do we need to? Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's going to be it for this here discussion video. I've been your host of the most, CezrDaPleazr, otherwise known as CDP. Please remember to like this video, subscribe, all that good stuff. I am out of here. I have been sitting in the chair for too long. I need to go walk. Y'all have a good one. Take care. Goodbye.